This should be played at high volume.
This is the podcast of beats, and their whole team is complete. They feed in the streets, other people can't compete. Shit, you got Carlo, got Kenny, got Baba, got Uncle. You cannot forget Malik, and you got Ski. Yeah, the whole roster elite. They bringing the heat every week.
Welcome back. This is the same convo with the same host, Kenny, Carlil, and Bomba, and this is the media entertainment segment hosted by yours truly. And today we're gonna get into some video games because we've had some major news about two major video game franchises that we want to talk about, and we promise we won't be long. Before we get into it, do y'all know the last video game y'all played?
Jump Force.
Really?
Call of Duty.
When was you said Call of Duty? Okay. So I feel like in our lives, you know, now, you feel me, we've been too busy to play video games as often as we used to. But when you used to play video games, what was the game that you could play over and over again and never get tired of? And you probably have more than one, but what's one that's close to your heart? And then two, like, how did that game make you feel while you were playing it? I know me, the one I wanted to highlight was Sonic Heroes. And the reason I wanted to highlight Sonic Heroes is because like that was one that I used to this day, I call it throwback Sundays, you feel me? I will load up the PlayStation 2, put in Sonic Heroes, and play it until its completion or play it until I get tired. You know, the reason I would play it over and over again because it's just like the replay value to me is top 10. Like it just, the feeling that I get when I play it, it's an endless adventure, bro. It's an endless adventure, and I always figure out new ways to get through the stages, and it's just to me it's amazing because it's like it's deeper than a lot of other Sonic games. Like you got different teams, 12 different characters, you got a whole, you can't unlock the real final story until you get all the Chaos Emeralds. Unlocking all the Chaos Emeralds damn near impossible, and then you have to do with all the missions you have to get a perfect A on to even unlock the hardest version of the story, you feel me? So just it's like after, because it came out what, 03, 04, after 20 plus years, like I still find the excitement because there are things that I've never done on that game, you feel me, that I can still do. Like I've never played the hardest story before because I've never got a perfect A. That is my current mission now. When I will get all those perfect A's, we will figure it out, but it's to be determined. But tell me something. What's a game that you hold dear to your heart and why?
Tetris. I love Tetris.
You love Tetris. What is about those building blocks?
But for real though, nah, niggas. For if you had asked me like as a kid, I feel like I would say Insidious. You feel me? Insidious was one of them. Like I was always playing, always all the time. What you looking at me like that for, Gibby?
Is there an Insidious video game?
Yes.
Like the scary movie Insidious?
Well, am I fucking up the name?
Are you describe the game? Describe the game.
I was gonna say, is it Insidious Second Son? Or am I fucking up?
Infamous.
Is it Infamous?
I was like, why is Kenny looking at me like that?
I'm like, God damn, that must have been a scary ass game. Fuck.
Nah, one thing about me too, I was not into scary game at all. The scariest game I'll play is Resident Evil. That's it.
Have not played, will not play, but I understand what you mean.
No, Resident Evil, some of them are pretty fine. The story, pretty cool. But nah, if you had asked me as a kid, yeah, definitely Infamous Second Son. Thank you very much. That shit was fire. I feel like even if I could like get like I don't know if it's playable with some of the new consoles, but if I was to get back into gaming, I would definitely be back to that shit.
If you get you a PlayStation, even if it's a PS5, even a PS, because I think PS4 is still on the PlayStation Network. Even if you get like a PS4, you can still because if you get the monthly subscription to play online games,
Yeah,
it's one of the games available that you can stream. Um, but
yeah,
I know exactly because that's the one where you got the option to unlock his red lightning, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, Infamous.
back in the sun.
My stepdad used to play Infamous, and I used to play it with him, bro. And that we used to be up at all hours of the night, just
Hey, that's
going
fire.
crazy. He was like, "Why do you always kill the citizens? Don't worry about it."
Hey, that's the best part of it. What you
Facts.
mean?
It was like GTA with a nigga that wasn't shouldn't have powers. like
It's
like
funny that you said GTA because that's actually my pick. Like I said, if you were to ask me as a kid, I'd probably say Insidious, but right now, GTA 5.
okay, okay.
Um, fuck the story. Even like forget about the story. GTA 5 online, GTA 5 with mods, just GTA 5. The possibilities, like I just love that. I just love the free roam aspects of game. You feel me?
I feel that. I feel
That's
that.
that's one of my favorite things. Like I just hate when the game just is like you have to stick to the story. You can't do too much. I want to see a world like build something fucking amazing.
I feel that. It's interesting that you brought up GTA 5 too, but we'll get into that soon. Um, Yeah. Also, I actually am going to start streaming again because I'm about to join another GTA 5 role play. I got kicked out of the other one I was in like a year ago, so I
You said
decided to.
role play,
Yeah, yeah. Like
bro.
niggas
That
be
shit be looking fun. I'm not gonna lie.
nah. If for anybody that's interested in figuring out what a GTA role play is, if you don't know, or interested in just watching some entertainment, go on YouTube, look up Berleezy GTA 5 role play. This nigga got an 8 episode series of his role play, and I watch that shit often. And that shit is so funny.
Weak.
But Kenny, go ahead, give me your game and then we'll get into it.
As a kid, like how much of a kid we talking? Like we
I mean,
talking like
it doesn't necessarily have to be as you're a kid, but just a time when you were playing video games consistently in that one game that you could just play over and over again. Even if you don't play video games today, like I can load up that game and still have fun.
oh for me it's always been Call of Duty then. Like I was always playing some type of Call of Duty. And it's really any shooter. I used to play Halo when I was an Xbox dude.
Hey, real quick, what's the best Halo?
Halo 3.
Oh, this nigga's tripping. I knew he was. I knew you liked Halo 3. For
Halo
me,
3.
That
hey,
music
hey,
is tripping.
Halo 2 is better than Halo 3, bro. I'm not Halo 3 because I'm a story mode guy, and the story mode at Halo 3 was so too quick for me, bro. It was so quick. But Halo 2 story is long, drawn out, and
See, that's the
that's also the first time you got to do fucking dual wheel. You got dual wheel guns, and then they
yeah.
had the co-op version of it too.
But that's the thing about me, like I've been playing I played every single Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. I don't touch the story modes.
Yeah, you don't like story modes. I
I'm
understand.
strictly a competitive, but I can't say I don't like story modes. I also play like Elden Ring, which is all story mode. I play God of War. So I play there are my games like RPGs. I'll of course those are story modes. But when it comes to shooters like Call of Duty, I don't care about that story. I'm trying to get in there and get competitive, level my guns up, play some Warzone. I don't care about none of that. So I'm definitely more of a competitive gamer than story mode gamer. So Call of Duty's always been there. 2K, Madden, of course. Uh, I think yeah, that's probably it for real. Call of Duty was my life at one
No, for
point.
sure. You
But I also
mentioned
did play GTA 5. I was actually coded at that. I had a whole like gang we used to go in. We had stuff that was supposed to be in the game. Like like Rockstar literally went in one day and like took our stuff out of the game, like removed it.
that's
We
crazy.
yeah we knew how to duplicate any car. Like if you had a car, to customize it, we can steal it, dupe it. We had a car with like actual nitrous boost on it, which was not even in the game. We had a car that had like full before they put it in there. We had a car that had like full chrome paint, like it was like a mirror that wasn't in the game yet. Uh,
Wow. I'm proud of you, Kenny.
This man was modding his shit up crazy.
I
Nah,
wasn't.
Also,
he turned his
The
life
thing
around. He
is,
used to be a scammer. Now
I
look
knew
at
how
him.
to do the duplication glitch, but getting all the like stuff that wasn't in the game yet, the dudes I played with knew how to do that. I wasn't doing that.
bro,
They
this
would do it, and then we would duplicate it, so we all had it.
this nigga was a part of a gang. This nigga sound like my little sister when she used to play Roblox. Real quick. My little sister had a gang. She was a part of a gang in Roblox, and they disguised a secret agency slash jail as a library, and they would kidnap kids off the street and take them in the library and interrogate these niggas in the basement.
Bro, what?
Wait,
And
have
they,
y'all seen You, the show You? Is that not the same thing? That's the
this
same thing.
that's what I said. Um,
But I don't know if y'all see. Do you know Dr. Doya?
he said, yeah. He's one. He's a Dragon Ball content creator.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna get to. I don't know what they be playing Roblox on, but I'd be hella curious to play that shit because there's like a few Dragon Ball Z games and like even Jujutsu Kaisen and shit that people have made. I don't know how they get that shit so accurate, but some of it, like the effects, look better than the DBZ games,
I know
like
exactly
the
what you're
official
talking about.
game.
Bro, the crazy we gonna get back, but Roblox, bro. I don't. They have to be. I know whoever created that, whatever company owns that, is making hella money, bro.
Hella
Because
money.
the versatility like you can go from having a Dragon Ball Z
Kenny's like,
style.
what?
You can go from having a Dragon Ball Z style fight in Roblox to
I
being a
thought
cat.
Roblox was like not Minecraft, but like almost like Lego-y people.
I used to
It
think it was just for kids,
it
but
is
this
it
shit is
is,
fire.
but it's the things that you can do in that is like you shouldn't be able to do this in Roblox, bro. Like I said, the range is crazy. I could go from having a Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero ass fight in Roblox to being a cashier and just being a
Yep,
cashier in Roblox.
exactly that.
Like that's the range.
People
But
play soccer in there. Like I've seen blue lock effects in it, like
like
actual in anime effects for a character, and I'm like, what?
yeah, bro. Like that's I've seen whole niggas made my players like in 2K in Roblox.
I believe like they
Like
do everything.
the facts. But um to get to the main topic, so I brought up the conversation of video games because we are going to be talking about two major video games today. And the topic of this segment is called Price Tags and Power Plays: The Future of Gaming. So earlier, I think it was it this week or last week? I don't know, but we just got an announcement that the much anticipated GTA 6 is going to be
What?
again, delayed again. It was supposed to launch in fall of this year, but now it is set to launch May 26, 2026 because it needs additional development. Um, of course, you know how the fans are reacting. Everybody's upset because this is the first time they've delayed a major. I mean, one, this is the first time that GTA 6 has been delayed, but also this isn't the first time a major release by Rockstar has been delayed. Back in 2018, Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed prior to its release. And so my questions for y'all is, at what point? My first question is, at what point does anticipation turn into frustration? Like,
Right about now. Right about now.
I agree.
How do you
Man,
how do you delay a game for a whole nother year that's been GTA 6 has been rumored to come out for almost what 5, 6 years now?
Yeah,
And then you push it back another year with
yeah.
no guarantee that's gonna come out even then?
They did release a trailer part two, though.
Bruh.
I'm not gonna
Because
lie, the trailers that they released so far, like it better look like that.
the thing what I'm saying is with a game like GTA when they push I don't know if it's gonna be like GTA 5. I don't know because with GTA 5 they pushed out so many patches, so many DLCs, so many just extra add-ons. Do you know how many gigabytes this game is gonna be? Plus, who's gonna have the storage for that shit?
Facts. I'm gonna have to get a whole new PS5. I'm gonna
So
have
yeah,
to get two PS5s and connect them together so they can merge storage.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're making us wait all this time just for us to have to push out more updates, more patches, more DLCs anyway. And then on top of that, that's gonna be the only game I can fucking play.
Facts. I'm gonna have to move everything else to my other storage. Bomba,
Yeah, big frustration.
Bomba, do you agree with Kenny? Bomba, get yourself together, brother.
What do you mean big frustration? Oh boy.
Look, I think all of the frustrations that niggas gamers have, just every gamer in the world just spoke through Kenny, dog. Like that's it.
Like that's like Call of Duty is already almost too big for my fucking game. GTA?
Facts.
All I
Like
have is fucking Call of Duty and 2K on my PS5. That's it.
like I've constantly had to move games to and from my backup storage to play them hoes. And when you move them back to your main storage, it takes like 30 minutes to an hour for it to finally, you feel me, become available. While Obama's getting himself together, I agree with you, Kenny. I think frustration started as soon as they made that announcement that it was getting delayed again. But go ahead, Bomba.
I mean, for me personally, though, I know y'all know I'm not a big gamer. I mean, as far as right now, but I can definitely understand the frustration. However, we all know how big GTA 5 was. Like, how long ago did GTA 5 come out?
Bro, I
2013.
was a senior in high school. That was what
20 you were a
2014?
junior actually.
Yeah,
I'll call
20
it 2014.
2013.
2014.
2013.
But like you
2013.
said,
Yeah, Kenny was
Goddamn game is older. It's fine.
Kenny was a junior in high school. It came out in
Don't say
2013.
Kenny. Me, you too, bitch.
But no, I was just clarifying your
That makes it seem like I'm old. Fuck
TikTok.
you.
TikTok ban us. Ban us. I was just clarifying your statement. Fuck this nigga, bro.
Old ass
oh,
bitch.
dude,
I
man.
wasn't, I ain't even say it. Bro, I run this back. So clip this. Somebody clip this because I know what I was saying. Baba,
What were you saying?
finish your answer.
But Kenny is right. He said they kept on dropping like hella patches and DLCs, and it just kept people like drawn in. So I feel like Rockstar is just one of those companies that have delivered and they have delivered consistently. So I can understand like sometimes, hey, you can kind of quell your anger by understanding that this is a company that delivered, and usually they've been able to release games when it's not all the way perfect and fix it later on. So if they saying that we really gotta delay it, you should find some like joy and like understanding that they want to deliver maybe like what they are specifically advertising. You feel me?
Right, right. Um, so you think it's worth the rate. You don't think they should just drop it now and then patch it while it's out.
I just think that whatever it is, like whatever the issue is right now, is big enough to just like be like, okay, yeah, let's not drop it yet.
Okay. You agree
Because they've advertised the fuck out of this shit too.
I feel that. You agree with him, Kenny? Like they should just wait until they get I know it's frustrating, but they should wait until they get everything together before they release it.
For how long does it take? That is all I want to know. How does one game take this long to make?
Fact.
They better come with a VR headset. I better get my own inventory of weapons when I buy the damn game. It better come with a fucking car.
But I mean, they say better come with a fucking car.
But
Come on, bro.
speaking of things that it comes with, so I'm gonna ask two more questions in conjunction before we move on to the next part of the segment. But so with this release in 2026, that will mark 13 years of GTA 5. Do you think GTA 6 will be the last installment, and it will just keep running that until? Because I feel like if it took you 13 years to make another installment, you should probably just.
No,
You don't think it's gonna be the last one?
no.
Okay.
Rockstar For it, GTA is Rockstar's crown jewel. It is the biggest moneymaker. For them to stop making GTAs would if they would have to run GTA 6 into the ground. The thing is, gaming systems are never going to be stopped being made. So if they to keep up with the graphics and the evolution of gaming systems, they're going to have to either remaster it or they're going to have to come out with a new game. To only push out DLCs for one game would be detrimental for them financially. Sure, they have Red Dead Redemption. They've got other games that I can't think off the top of my head right now. But when it comes to GTA, that's their crown jewel. It has to evolve with the times. It's got to be updated graphically for the new systems. There's got to be bundles. There's got to be merch. There's got to be release hype. All the time. They're not stopping. They're not
Okay.
gonna stop.
All right, that's a good point. I agree with you. I agree with you. What about you, Mama? You think so?
Actually, kind of leaning the opposite way. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
because I feel like for me, I feel like unless we have like some new development in technology that like allows for like a new display as far as games, like something that's like past VR. Because obviously, I don't think that there's like a need for GTA to like. There's like a game has to keep a certain format. You feel me? So I feel like GTA is just not one of those games that should be playable for VR. It takes away from the experience. You feel me? Like that third view player, it would have to be like a first person view, something that's more focused on hand base or whatever. And I feel like it just takes away from the experience. However, I feel like the reason why they're even delaying it is because GTA is a game that's meant to run for eons. You feel me? Like even though I feel like GTA 6 is coming, GTA 5 is still gonna run. Especially like with like the aspect of role play. Now people are loving that. People are still gonna embrace GTA 6, but I don't think that people are gonna let go necessarily like that. Role play, these things are like now available only through like, mods and other things. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then now when I'm looking at the reign that GTA 5 had, like we were saying, dropped in 2013, people just kept on going, and then
Still relevant.
you're able to get people to buy money to do things online at first. You feel me? Now you have DLCs coming out. Now you have these vehicles coming out. Like you just dropping things. Now you turning it from like just a regular, you know, gangster game to like something like now, nigga, this a gangster that's James Bond too. Like this nigga got a flying car, whatever, and then people are like buying to be a part. Because now you want to go in the lobbies, you want to be a part, you want to buy outfits and shit. Like the money is still being funneled. So I feel like that's what Rockstar understands. And now, like when you're able to add these aspects of the future, because now they were telling you like there is ways to make money off of these things, like within the game. And I was like, what do you mean by that? So like you're already thinking about like NFTs and futures and how that's gonna affect. And then within the games, you develop in other aspects of the games to get people interested. There's gonna be basketballs within there. And 3v3 mode, that's actually supposed to be actual basketballs. So that's why I'm
Facts.
like, I understand why it's taking so long because if you're wanting to tell me that, oh, you can, because we already saw GTA, the freedom that you have as far as the world. But now they're telling you that the world is way bigger. They're telling you that the buildings are things that you can get into. I feel like if people can get that hooked to GTA 5, imagine when they're giving you the more that you wanted. People are
Facts.
doing mods to just be able to get into buildings.
It's supposed to be a whole U.S. map too, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, I mean,
Like
Also, want
the
to say Cavs
possibilities,
lost.
like as far as just what they're already just telling us, like I'm not even talking about the release ad, but when they just released all of the features that are supposed to be in the game, just like how is that even gonna supposed? How is that supposed to run on a device?
You heard me, Bama. Cavs lost. They're down 0-2 against the Pacers.
how did y'all lose in a matter of 40 seconds? And they was up 119 to 112.
Tyrese
We
Halliburton.
Like what?
real life skin.
Okay. All right. But no, I understand. I understand what both y'all saying. I can see where Kenny's saying that is GTA is the crown jewel and they're going to keep making one. But it took them 13 years to perfect. It's going to take them 13 years to perfect the GTA 6, and with GTA 5 spanning 13 years, with GTA on the reason it spanned as long as it did was because of GTA Online, the popularity that it has. On top of just being the online, what also you got role play, and then you also got influencers, rappers, content creators, all bringing attention to this product, making everybody want to either do role play or just play online, and then they just keep dropping new things for you to do. You feel me? So I can just imagine that GTA 6 will be like that. Do I believe that they'll drop another one? Maybe, but do I believe it'll take 25 plus years? Yes. Um, I honestly, if I could say what I want, I would want them to remake Vice City because Vice City was before its time. But I feel like if you redo Vice City, that would be a good game. But I guess the last question, and then we'll move on. Um, do y'all think GTA would get? It doesn't have to be a long drawn out answer, but give me a price tag. How much you think GTA 6 gonna cost?
150.
Hey, you being nice. I said two. I think that whole gonna be $200.
So I think they're gonna sell the CD for $200, but you're gonna have to pay 150 more at the factory for them to add it to the game. You know what I'm saying?
The CD. This man said they gotta burn a game on a CD.
Like this is a specific CD that you need. But you got to go to the
I swear to
factory.
God, the game better come with a fucking jet.
I'm dead.
Huh?
I said the game better come with a jet.
Kenny said he want a PJ with his game, bro.
Man, like, bruh.
Speaking of gaming prices, we'll go on to the second. So another popular game that has broke the internet, but also with its announcement, but also received lots of criticism, has been Mario Kart World. And the main issue with the main criticism about Mario Kart World has been a price. So Nintendo has confirmed that one, you cannot get Mario Kart World without the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 will be $449. That's not crazy, and you can get Mario Kart World with that, which is going to be $499.
Nigga, what?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Mario Kart, how much?
So Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2 will cost $449, but you can get a bundle that includes Mario Kart World, and it will be priced at $499. Now, Mario Kart World itself is going to be priced at $79.99, which is
I misunderstood it at first, but still.
Yeah, 79. It's $79.99. I don't think I've seen a game that expensive ever.
For fucking Mario Kart?
But it's the world, okay?
The features is going to include significant evolutions, including open world racing across global regions. So that's one of the features you'll be able to drive from one map to the other map. You'll have actual weather conditions, so if it's raining where you're at, it'll be raining on the game, and vice versa.
Ask for that.
There's a new free roam.
No, pause. Ask for that.
Hold on. There's a new free roam mode. Bomba was saying how he liked free roam games. There's a free roam mode that will have missions and things of that nature, and then you'll be able to explore and casual driving. You'll also get additional bigger character lists. You'll get new items, and then you'll also have new features included in the driving aspect, which includes wall jumping. And so I guess my first question is Sony.
I love race cars and parkour.
You said what?
I love race cars and parkour.
So the first question is, Sony and Xbox previously got dragged before for, upping their prices on certain games and things of that nature. Are we okay with Nintendo doing the same thing that Sony and Xbox was doing?
Bomb, I'll let you go first. I've been going first a lot.
See, okay. Sony, first of all, I'm going to just start with what you ended with. Sony and Nintendo have upped their price unreasonably for good games. You feel me? Even though when you were arguing it, those games were coming with better graphics. They were coming with a lot of new things and a lot of innovation. Like Elden Ring, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You feel me?
Right.
Even Sparking Zero to a certain extent makes sense. You feel me? But I've seen the Mario so far. What's available in the trailers? I've seen it. I've seen the free roam. What's free about that? You feel me? Like you're not really able to do much. You're in the car. Yes, there might be these cubes with a power up every now and then
This man
that you're
said I
able to
can't get
use.
out the car though.
Huh?
He said I can't get out the car though.
I can't get out the car, and then the world is just limited. Like the world is just a racing map with just like a few more stuff on the side. It's not a world, like it's not a real world building that gets you excited to want to see it. So you're not really gonna advertise free roam. Like you could have kept that and create the world or something, like innovator or something. And I'm sure there's like new world and stuff. It's just not like it's not anything new for you to up the price like that. This game is not worth it. Nintendo Switch, the new one, is not worth the price they're trying to up it for.
So the innovation, you don't think it justifies the level of pricing?
Hell no. Hell no.
Kenny, you want to speak on something, or you
Yes,
want
I
me to move?
do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. So I would like to say this. The justification for consoles or gaming brands such as Sony and Microsoft to up their cost of games is based off of the graphic demand. Nintendo don't have high graphic demand. They're all cartoony, cartoon style games. There's nothing realistic gonna come out of a Mario game. All you're gonna say is, oh, Mario's head sure is more round this year. Oh, look at that. There's a glare off his nose. I don't give a shit.
The mustache looked a little more put together.
Bruh, this nigga looks like the fucking Pringle can still, regardless.
Okay. This man said he looked like Mr. Lay's.
What I'm saying is this. The only way to justify that price and call it an open world or whatever is if they would have merged what they do in like you know how in like the Mario Smash Brother games where you could run around and fight different enemies and unlock characters that way, they would have merged that with a traditional Mario game where you have to do the parkour and puzzles to do stuff, and then there was racing missions in there that you can do as well. Okay, now we're talking. Now you're cooking. But the fact that I can't get out my goddamn car, I'm just driving race to race, and I get to go on the courses. That's
not fire.
No, it's not fire.
That's
It's
not.
trash. The best Mario game that was open world to me was Mario Galaxy. That was cold. The way that they did Mario Galaxy, fire, amazing. We could travel planet to planet. Mario Galaxy was when you travel planet to planet and had to figure and find the stars and fight the bosses that were on there. That was kind of
yeah, but that wasn't even open world either, though. I need more.
But that's what I'm saying. But that was back in like 2011.
Yeah, but that was
2010. If you could take that format and make it truly open world, where you can do Mario missions in an open world, and then like GTA, hop in your car, go to the racing missions. Okay, now you're cooking with some open world stuff here. But when you just make it so that I just have to drive to my next race,
but
it's that open world.
It's not specifically like it's open world to where you can drive to your next race, but they also like have missions in between that you could drive up to this building and it has a mission for you to accomplish.
Another race.
Another race.
I
mean, it is Mario Kart, Kenny. I don't know what we can't.
Like I said, that's fine. That's cool and all.
What you want is a Mario game.
A Mario, if it mixes a Mario game with Mario Kart, that would be great.
World aspect.
So Mario Kart and the actual Mario games have always used the same characters, or like Mario Superstars or what, they've always had separate games. So if you're gonna call this a Mario World and open world, mix that shit together. Make it so you can play baseball.
You know what they should have done?
But it's Mario Kart World though. It's still the kart.
That's true.
I understand that, Carlo. This is what they should have done. They should have just had it as an open world with the characters. And like, you know, how the characters, like Kenny said, have abilities. Like those cubes.
Yes.
Let the cubes unlock maybe your abilities. Like maybe Mario, some of the abilities that he would have. Or like Bowser, some of the abilities that he would actually have.
I see what you're saying. Because
Mario, you're still able to use it, but you still have access to your vehicles and you're able to travel the world.
Right,
I guess
because
that's
Yes.
the open world concept.
Mario does have the character where the thing is they have the skins in there, but they don't necessarily like Tanuki Mario is actually a character that's OP, you feel me, in the series. But you have the skin in Mario Kart, but he can't use none of the Tanuki abilities. You
It
feel me?
don't
So
make sense.
I
I'm
wasn't done. I wasn't done.
my fault.
My
Go
bad.
ahead.
So the part where you talking about if it's raining here, so if I'm playing online, right, and it's a motherfucker somewhere where it's bright and sunny, he don't get the slipping, sliding on the road, but I do while we racing. Nah, bro. That's one that's gonna kill their player. Because if it's raining or snowing outside, I'm not playing the game. Because I'm at this. If I'm a competitive gamer, I'm not playing the game. If there's somebody who
I
doesn't have
think
to deal with my weather,
the weather is
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I
Like,
think
okay, so they race for you.
I think the weather is more local and not I don't think they would do that for online
then that's
racing.
also dumb because that means I have to play Wi-Fi based in order to even play the story mode or to even have all the full effects of the story mode. Because if I'm playing local without Wi-Fi, it's not gonna have the weather.
That makes a good point. But it's 2025. Your game should be connected to Wi-Fi anyway.
I agree, but there's sometimes shit the Wi-Fi go out. If it's a rainstorm here, my Wi-Fi go out. I can't play my fucking
What's the
game
point of a
now.
Switch if I'm always stuck at home?
But what I'm saying, all I'm saying is the features that they're added to the game. I don't think the fan base asked for that weather shit. Nobody asked for that. To be able to drive around in my car just to go to my race, nobody want to ask for that. I just want if I'm gonna go to my race, I'd rather just be able to scroll down the menu, hit next race, rather than have to go find where the fuck I'm supposed to go for a fucking race.
What about the extra characters?
Okay, cool. Y'all
what
do
about
that. Y'all were gonna do that every year anyway.
what about the new items? You feel me? Like what about the wall jumps? What about the
Okay, they already had wall jumps. That was
Is that
already a
luck?
thing.
Oh yeah, and I forgot instead of because Mario Kart 8 has what 12. I think it's been 12 people for the longest. Now it's gonna have 24 racers per race.
That's OD. That's just too chaotic. That's
Yeah,
just too chaotic.
yeah, chaos is fun.
Nah, bro. If I see hella red shells flying, do you know how many red shells that is? Fuck no,
Do you know how pissed you would be going from first to 24?
bruh.
Does a fucking blue shell hit you or some shit?
That's why you gotta. There's an actual strategy with Mario Kart. You gotta look. The only two things I'm gonna say, you gotta learn when to bag and you gotta learn when to front run, man. You gotta learn when to bag and when to front run.
So all I'm
There will still
saying
be
is
one time where you get
this
got.
this if this game is not amazing, like mind blowing, it's gonna tank them.
Yeah,
It's
The
already
game's
not.
going to tank.
yeah,
It's already not.
yeah. But one cool thing about the Switch too, and I'll move on, is that it will have backwards compatibility. So everybody that hates Mario Kart World but still wants to play their Mario Kart 8, you could just put that bitch in, or hopefully you got it online or something like that. I don't know. But moving on to the
That makes it
last
even worse for them. That gives them an incentive not to play their fucking game.
look, moving on to the to the last topic. So we're talking about the future of gaming overall. Do you think it's quality or cash flow? The gaming industry is experiencing rising game and console prices across the board. Development time has reached about 5 to 10 years per game. Live service models and online ecosystems are driving monetization. What gamers should expect in 2025 and beyond? Will creativity win or will profit margins lead? So, as far as when you're looking at the future of gaming, you're seeing that systems are going up. You're seeing the prices of games are going up across the board. Do you think we're paying more for less, or do you think we're getting exactly what we paid for? I look, yeah, I'll start off on this one. I'll take Sparking Zero as an example. For anybody that paid for the deluxe edition or the super deluxe or the ultimate edition, I feel like you paid more for less because for Sparking Zero, and it's a great game. But once you beat the story mode and you beat the created stories and things of that nature, there's not really much it has to offer other than online play and tournament play. And so I feel like you kind of got cheated because you bought the deluxe editions and the ultimate editions to get other things that people that bought the regular edition didn't get, but we can eventually get that with, either beating the story mode and getting a whole bunch of Zenny and going and buying the shit, or vice versa, winning tournaments and buying the shit. Either way, like at some point I'm gonna get what I need to get. And so as much as I love the game, I do believe that if you paid for the deluxe or ultimate, you paid more for just like a general great Dragon Ball game. Like the future now, like it should be adding to the story mode. There should be, downloadables. There should be things that should be added to the game like per month. Like I just think the for this specific game, I think there's opportunity and potential for it that hasn't been utilized as of right now. Um, and so overall, I do think we are paying more for less because I see that with something that everybody was waiting for, college football 25. Like, you had people pay for the deluxe and ultimate edition and things of that nature, but yeah, the only way you didn't pay more for less is if you got the ultimate, which also gave you Madden. But if you got like the regular, or if you got the deluxe, like college football 25 is a great game, and I'm still playing it to this day. But there's a lot of things in there that you don't get to do that you got to do in the NCAA 14. You feel me? Like, so overall, I do think we're paying more for less. What y'all think?
I'll go in here. The gaming industry is the biggest ripoff shit ever now. And it's truly turning into where I feel like when I was younger, there were way more kids playing Call of Duty for real. I feel like now when I play Call of Duty, there's no kids, and the reason for that is Call of Duty only survives for people my age and up for real, or maybe even a little bit under me, purely off nostalgia because how good Call of Duty was when we were a kid, before all the microtransactions came, before like if I bought a certain variation of this gun because I had a bunch of Call of Duty points and paid for a gun, even though it's the same. Say if I had the I forgot. I remember the very first time this happened. It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. There was a gun called the SCG. If you paid to get the Godzilla version of the SCG, which is supposed to just be a cosmetic thing, your gun look like it's shooting blue flames when you. That gun kills way faster than the regular SCG. The more games become pay to win, it's like, why am I, for competitive gamers like me, if I have to keep buying bundles, keep buying the new skin or whatever. And another thing with Call of Duty Warzone, there was a skin called the Roll skin. You were pretty much in a wetsuit that was all black. If you hid in the corner, if you hid in the dark corner, nobody's gonna be able to see you for real. Paid skin, paid advantage. So many games have paid advantages now that if like you're a competitive gamer, there's no way if you're a kid, unless your parents are just funneling you money for video games, there's no way you can keep up. Well, you can still get wins, but you're definitely not at equal playing field across the board. We all paid the same amount of money base game, just because you bought a skin, a cosmetic, right? Or you're funneling more money into the game, you get competitive advantages. And more games are becoming like that. Another example is
2K, 2K,
2K. Oh yeah,
VC.
well, yeah, 2K, yeah, 2K. Because a lot of competitive gamers they play My Park, they play in the rec, whatever. If you have the VC prices are outrageous now. The amount
Facts.
of VC you get per game is so little that it almost makes you have to. By the time you get to leveling up at least 2 or 3 players without buying any VC, the new 2K almost out. You done level spend all that time and all that time trying to level up for free and get all your badges and all the side quests and all the progressions and getting your hot zones and stuff. The new 2K is out. You did all that and you were never really able to enjoy the game competitively unless you dump money into it. I don't know not one of my friends who plays plays 2K competitively who don't buy at least at the very bare minimum $50 worth of VC. And that's at the very minimum.
Facts.
Mind you, the game was already 70 something dollars base.
Base.
We're now
That's
paying $120 per game just to stay competitively relevant. And for what? The graphics don't look that much better. We just see a little bit more sweat dripping down. The court's still the same. Players change. Uniforms are the same. All we do is get new music, and that's it for real.
new
And I guess
courts,
the rookies.
new courts in my park. That's it.
That's it. So the answer to your question, Chris, I mean, for our Christian Carlil, we pay way more, way more. Because our Call of Duty, the golden age of gaming was literally before all these like season passes, battle passes, all the extra stuff that didn't exist in gaming before. And that's when gaming to me was, I don't know if it's nostalgic because I was a kid and I have shit else to do and I have adult responsibilities and all that type of stuff. But gaming was so much better when it didn't cost an arm and a leg just to have fun.
I
That's what
agree.
I got to say about that.
I agree. Bomba, you want to end us off because after that, my last two questions are relevant. So this is gonna be the last question. So go ahead, end
Oh,
us off.
we now Kenny covered damn near the whole thing, but I just wanted to bring up something else that's to consider too. I recently was watching one of the AMP streamers, Asian, and he brought up this fact too, like how like nowadays when like with newer games want to keep up with graphic or be ahead of trends in terms of like their graphic design. So I feel like, for example, looking at the game like 2K, not only like all the things that Kenny brought up, if you want to be a good gamer now, you got to be able to spend some bucks. But just in the development of the game alone, now they want to be able to have certain textures. Now they want to be able to have certain like quality in terms of like the display, make it look almost very realistic. So you're trading maybe the mobility or like the versatility of the game just to make sure that just this looks actually like LeBron James, like physically, and all of his traits, like his beard, the hair, everything. So you're like spending so much more money into that now you have to find other ways. Now no, you're spending so much money to focus into those things that are like not necessarily beneficial for the gamer, because the game at the end of the day, like as long as the game is good, the fluidity. That's why like I feel like a lot of people like nowadays when you hear them speak about like 2K, they be like, oh, 2K what 2K12. Y'all don't talk about like I don't hear y'all talk about like the new 2Ks. Like once y'all play the new 2Ks, y'all done. But like
Facts.
I hear y'all talk about all the old 2Ks and shit. So I feel like there is a certain aspect of the game that you have, but like that is being traded away for the quality in terms of like looks. And then now the quality and looks is also taken away from your pockets because it's expensive. So now I got to find other ways to get your money. And then that's like what Kenny was talking about earlier that comes in. Now I got
Facts.
to charge you for skins. I got to charge you for skills and shit like that.
Facts.
Bro,
I mean, what? Go ahead, Kenny. My fault.
this is the first time I'm working with like an actual, like, or playing a, I'm not even a gamer anymore because I'm too busy now, but this is my first time gaming with an actual career. This 2K, usually 2K, I'll make a point guard, I might make a shooting guard, I might make a small forward, I might make a center. I'm gonna get some players, just to see what position I like to play. This last 2K, guess how many positions I made?
You said one.
One.
One. I have one player. He
Look,
has no tattoos. I ain't bought not no clothes, nothing.
look, and I think 2K is a great example too. And one thing that Bomber brought up is like we always talk about the old 2K is one thing about it is because the old 2Ks, and this also touches on the point that Kenny made in his from what he said, but the old 2Ks allowed you to have fun in my career specifically because it was like you had the ability to grind and level up honestly. With this 2K, the newest 2K1, I don't even have it. I have 2K24. And it's funny because like I'll go online and I'll see all my friends playing my part 2K25 and I'm just on 2K24 playing roster or not roster, fucking my GM mode or some shit like that. But
Mm,
it's just the fact that like and I think it started with 24 because I honestly don't remember 23 having this problem. But like that's also a reason why I believe that it's hard. It feels like it's harder to grind and level up in this new one,
Bro,
and I think it's because they want you to buy to buy VC. They
that's
want to,
exactly what it
you
is.
feel me? And like, cause I the reason I even started playing 24 again, cause I when I got 24, I was on my player for like a week and I stopped playing it. And so the reason I even played it again, because I was like, let me go ahead and do this my player again. I check my player. That nigga's a 61. Do you know what he is right now? A 61. So yeah, dog. Like it's just I definitely agree with both of y'all statements. I think we all agree that we are paying way more for way less. Um, this has been the media entertainment segment, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us. If y'all have been with us live and you're still with us, we appreciate y'all for sticking it out with us. We always love to have these type of conversations and have people add their input. But if you're watching this recorded, make sure you like the video. If you're watching a short, make sure you subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Send us to your friends. Send us to your family. You feel me? We got big announcements coming up. So make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. And I guess the last thing to do is make sure you share this
Is
with
to
your
tell
grand.
your grandmama that I ain't paying for less. Matter of fact, I ain't paying at all.
And we're out. And we're out. Where's the button? I can't find where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Bye.